fuck. Die wurde mit Sicherheit, die ist da lang gelaufen, wurde ins Auto gezogen und entführt. Und die ganzen guten Bürger, die haben das alle nicht gerafft.
At first glance, it looks like a normal doorbell camera recording. But within seconds, something happens that's enough to send chills down your spine.
Knife Man. Okay, wir haben 10. Doorbell camera captured something terrifying.
A Reddit user named Emma reposted a deeply unsettling clip from a Ring home security camera that had already been circulating online.
Warum hat er nur einen Laken um?
And was originally uploaded to YouTube. The identity of the homeowner and the exact location remain unknown, but the footage itself is enough to make anyone rethink their home security. The video shows what appears to be a shared hallway inside an apartment building, captured by a Ring doorbell camera. Suddenly, a person walks into frame. What immediately raises alarm is that the individual appears to be holding a knife. Instead of approaching a single apartment, the person begins moving methodically from door to door, bending down and checking underneath each doormat. Many viewers believe he's searching for spare keys hidden under the mats.
Ja, mit Sicherheit, was soll er sonst noch machen?
Likely hoping to find an easy way into someone's home. The man's appearance sparked a heated debate in the
Der hat auch ganz schön viele Schlösser in der Hand. Das ist alles ein bisschen verrückt. Also, wieso ist der nackt? Wieso hat der einen Laken um? Wieso hat der Schlösser an? Wieso hat der ein Messer? Wieso will der in dieser Situation wo einbrechen?
comments. Some people think he looks disoriented or possibly under the influence of drugs, while others argue that his behavior seems deliberate rather than random. If there's one takeaway from this video, it's simple. Always lock your doors and never leave a spare key where someone might think to look.
Ja, das ist tatsächlich so. Creepy sleepwalking neighbor.
Almost every night, a sleepwalking neighbor shows up in the backyard and
Ja, gut, ist gruselig, aber also im ersten Moment aber eigentlich auch nicht gefährlich.
starts doing genuinely disturbing things. A woman named Mandy, who lives in western Massachusetts, began sharing dozens of unsettling videos on TikTok, all captured by security cameras around her home.
Oh, die macht ganz schön gut Asche, oder? Wie viele Follower?
Behaving in a same pattern, who lives in western Massachusetts, began sharing
Ja, die macht gut Cash.
dozens of unsettling videos on
wenn die Videos über eine Minute sind.
TikTok, all captured by security cameras around her home. In each clip, the same pattern repeats. The neighbor lives nearby, yet for some reason, she regularly walks over to Mandy's house late at night and wanders around the property, behaving in a strange and unsettling way.
Wow, das ist wahnsinnig, also wirklich, dieses Lachen ist unfassbar unheimlich. Nur dieses Lachen.
It was later revealed that the woman suffers from a severe form of sleepwalking, and for reasons no one can explain,
Das ist ja die gruseligste Schlafwanderin aller Zeiten, ey, Alter.
she seems drawn specifically to Mandy's yard. In the footage, she can be heard making disturbing noises, growling, hiding as if someone is after her, approaching the front door, and whispering in an eerie voice, asking to be let inside.
Boah, ist das gruselig. Sehr furchtbar.
Mandy has repeatedly asked her neighbor to either secure her home at night or seek medical help, but the issue has been ignored.
All right, so she ran up through there, and then she came behind that tree, and she ran this way. It looked like she went either behind that shed with the garage door or between the two sheds, but I'm not 100% sure. I know she ran in this direction. However, it was so far away that I couldn't tell if she actually went behind and into the woods or if she just went down the driveway and onto the road.
She has also contacted
Das ist ja auch super gefährlich. Also wenn du schlafwandelst und so durchdrehst, du kannst ja auch dich wahrscheinlich gar nicht vor dich selbst beschützen. Also wenn du jetzt einfach vor ein Auto rennst, dann kriegst du das wahrscheinlich gar nicht mit. Also du wirst halt getroffen.
The police multiple times, yet nothing has changed, and the nightmare continues.
Ach, die Arme, ey. Das ist ja echt furchtbar. So gruselig.
On November 22nd,
Brother,
2019, at around 8 p.m., a doorbell camera at a home in the Harriet Creek Ranch neighborhood in Texas captured a young girl approaching the front door. She was holding a flashlight and looked extremely frightened. The girl kept glancing over her shoulder, as if checking whether someone might be following her.
Help, please.
oh nein. Oh, das ist ganz schlimm. Vor allem, weil es auch schon rauskam, dass Leute, die nach Hilfe nachts rufen, das so ein Trick ist und die Leute, dass die Tür aufmachen. Oh, das ist ganz schlimm. Da weiß man nicht, was man machen soll.
Unfortunately for her, the house she approached was empty. The homeowners were away on vacation, so there was no one there to answer the door. This seemed to make her even more panicked as she continued begging for help.
Help, please. Please help.
By the time the homeowners later noticed the footage, it was already too late. The girl had long since disappeared, and there were no signs of her anywhere in the neighborhood. But one question remained: who was this girl?
Ja, das wäre eine gute Frage. Haben sie es der Polizei mal gegeben?
And why did she come to their door that night in such a terrified state? The homeowners didn't recognize her, and she didn't look like any of the neighborhood kids either. They contacted the police and uploaded the footage online, hoping someone might recognize her. Sadly, 6 years have passed since the video was recorded, and the girl has never been identified. Still, people on the internet have come up with several theories about what might have happened. One of the more tragic theories suggests that the girl may have been 9-year-old Serenity Dennard, who had gone missing earlier that same year. Serenity had been
Möglich, ja.
diagnosed with reactive attachment disorder and disruptive mood dysregulation disorder. Because of this, she often struggled with emotional instability and had attempted to
Das befürchte ich nämlich auch. Das ist leider ganz, ganz schlimm.
run away multiple times. She had been staying at Black Hills Children's Home, a youth treatment facility near Rockerville, South Dakota. Unfortunately, staff members were unable to keep proper track of her, and on February 3rd, 2019, she ran away from the facility. A massive search effort involving more than 1,200 people was launched. Despite their efforts, however, no trace of Serenity was ever found. The leading theory was that she may have run into the wooded area surrounding the facility, gotten lost, and died from exposure to the cold. However, police did not rule out the possibility of foul play. This is where the mysterious doorbell footage comes in. Many people speculated that the girl in the video might have been Serenity, who had disappeared 9 months earlier. Some believe that a kidnapper could have taken her to another state, and that after months in captivity, she managed to escape and tried to ask for help.
Ja, aber guck mal da hinten. Hier ist auch ein Haus und da brennt Licht. Zumindest sieht es so aus. Da würde ich doch dahin gehen und nicht da, wo es leer ist. Also, weißt du, wenn die nicht öffnen, würde ich doch schnell rüber und da klopfen, weil da scheint jemand da zu sein.
Months in captivity, she managed to escape and tried to ask for help. Although Serenity's family reviewed the footage and said the girl in the video was not her, many people online still believe the possibility
Ja, doch, wenn man sie nebeneinander sieht, sieht man schon, dass es nicht die gleichen Gesichtszüge sind.
cannot be ruled out. Investigators were never able to find Serenity, and the search was officially suspended in early 2021. The girl seen in the haunting doorbell footage has never been identified either,
Krass.
leaving the entire case an unsolved mystery.
Das ist krass, ne? Einfach nie geklärt, wer das überhaupt war.
What would you do if you suddenly heard someone screaming for help in your neighborhood? This disturbing incident was captured by a doorbell camera in the Leimert Park neighborhood of Los Angeles.
Das habe ich ganz oft. Dass ich so ans Fenster gehe und rausgucke, weil ich denke, irgendwer schreit um Hilfe. Aber dann sind das meistens nur irgendwelche Kinder, die spielen oder Kinder, die weinen.
In 2019. In the footage, a car can be seen driving past the house, while the sound of a woman desperately crying out for help can be heard coming from inside the vehicle. After reports of a possible abduction, the doorbell footage prompted authorities to begin investigating the incident. Police later stated that when officers first arrived at the scene, they found no clear evidence of a kidnapping. However, the disturbing footage seems to suggest otherwise. The woman can be heard crying and repeatedly begging for help for more than 30 seconds.
Aber wo ist sie denn jetzt, wenn sie mit dem Auto vorbeigefahren ist? Oh, die wurde da eben entführt einfach. Die haben sie da ins Auto geschleppt. Fuck. Die wurde mit Sicherheit, die ist da lang gelaufen, wurde ins Auto gezogen und entführt. Und die ganzen guten Bürger, die haben das alle nicht gerafft. Boah, ist das bitter, ey. Stehen die ganzen Leute auf der Veranda und gucken raus und denken, oh Mensch, was ist denn hier los? Und die wird da gerade, die schreit um ihr Leben. Scheiße.
The car passes by the camera around 11 p.m., just as the homeowner steps outside to see what is happening. She also claims she heard a man's voice saying, "Sorry." According to her, the footage appears to show the man pulling the woman's hair while she sits in the passenger seat. The vehicle then left the neighborhood with its trunk still open. After the video was shared online, authorities launched an investigation into a possible kidnapping, but it ultimately produced no results.
Ach du Schande, ey. Oh Mann. Ey, wie schlimm man sich auch fühlen muss, wenn man da so rausgeht und man kriegt das mit und man macht nichts und dann ist diese Frau halt einfach entführt. Ich meine, es muss ja nicht mal ein Entführungsfall sein von dem fremdes entführten Frau. Vielleicht ist es auch einfach der Ex-Freund, der seine seine Ex-Freundin entführt, weil er sagt, ich will dich zurück oder so ein Scheiß, ne? Gibt's ja auch. Macht's nicht besser.
Have you ever seen a video where you
nicht diese fucking Clowns, ey. Diese Clown-Epidemie war echt furchtbar.
can't quite tell what's going on, yet somehow it still feels deeply unsettling? That's exactly the case with this clip, which began circulating online without any context. It appears to be security footage from a camera mounted on the porch of a home. An unknown person, dressed as a clown, walks up the porch steps carrying a sack wrapped in red fabric. It looks like he's trying to send some kind of message to the homeowner, or maybe just scare them, by leaving the sack at the door and knocking. But the real question remains, what's actually inside the bag? The clown then starts wandering around the porch in a seemingly random way, peering through the windows and the front door. The video that spread online cuts off shortly after, leaving viewers disturbed and wondering what happened next. Later, it was discovered that the video had been uploaded to the YouTube channel Billy the Fridge, under the title Creepy Killer Clown Sighting. Most likely, it was simply a prank played on neighbors or friends.
Okay.
Which means that whatever people imagined was inside the sack was probably nothing more than a prop.
Na, dann ist ja gut.
This disturbing video shocked viewers after a homeowner's doorbell
Hat der ein Schwert? Ist das ein Schwert auf seiner Schulter?
camera captured a tense late-night encounter. In the footage, recorded
Hammer hat er dabei. Ey, was hat der denn vor?
at an undisclosed location, a man can be seen approaching the house carrying what appear to be a sword, an axe, and a hammer. His behavior suggests he's searching for something,
Die Axt habe ich nicht. Ach, da vorne ist die Axt. Okay.
which led one viewer to speculate that he might have been looking for a hidden spare key.
Keine Maske auf, das sah kurz aus, als wäre der maskiert.
Fortunately, after a short time searching around the property, the man appears unable to find what he was looking for. He eventually leaves the area without attempting to enter the home. Although the man's intentions remain unclear, the unsettling footage serves as a chilling reminder of the importance of security cameras and why it's never a good idea to leave spare keys hidden outside your house.
Ja. Schon kranke Menschen. Man follows him. Oh nein.
This creepy and unusual clip
Dr. House, Alter.
was posted on the TikTok account Anton Rakis, where it quickly racked up a huge number of views. Even after the creator confronted the strange man and asked why he was following him, the man continued trailing behind him.
Why are you following me? Not following you.
When the creator eventually got off the train, the man lost sight of him, allowing him to return safely to his apartment. However, the following day the mysterious individual appeared again. This time, he was already inside the building. Shocked and frightened, the creator quickly rushed back to his
Wäre ich aber auch richtig panisch. Richtig Schiss, wenn der in meinem Haus ist. Also in so einem Mehrfamilienhaus, ne? Und du hast eine Wohnung.
apartment and locked the door. But before he could even process what was happening, a sudden, aggressive knock came from the other side. Feeling that the situation was becoming dangerous, the man called the police.
Ja.
Abwende da.
Digga, was ist denn mit ihm?
Please.
I really started to be scared.
Ja. Zu Recht. Das ist ja furchtbar. Was ist das für ein Typ?
He stayed quiet at my door for at least 20 minutes.
I don't know if he's still here. I just called the cops. They should be here in 10 minutes.
Abwende da.
And after a wait that seemed endless, the police finally arrived.
Hello, sir. You shouldn't be here, please. Let's go. For us.
Oh, da freut man sich über die Polizei, ne? Das ist echt so. Denkt so, Alter, gut, dass die auch gekommen sind, als er noch da war. Das ist immer sehr gut.
Let's go.
And after 48 hours, I received a call.
Yes, hello, Mr. Racker.
Yeah, hello?
So we proceed to arrest the individual who followed you to your home, but he has no criminal record and he has committed no offense. So I wanted to inform you that he has been released.
Oh nein, er ist im freien Fuß. Furchtbar.
Shortly afterward, officers arrived and escorted the stranger out of the building. A few days later, the creator received a call from the police informing him that the strange stalker had no criminal record and that technically no crime had been committed. Because of that, the man was released.
Was wird daraus jetzt? Wir können ihn so im Dunkeln lassen. Hat er einstweilige Verfügung eingereicht, dass er sich nicht mehr nähern darf?
The next video tells the story of a man named Jeff Richards, who has been documenting a disturbing situation involving his neighbor for several years. Since 2017,
Yes, einfach.
Jeff has been collecting video evidence of an unwelcome neighbor sneaking around his home at night and engaging in increasingly strange behavior. On September 30th, 2017, Jeff uploaded a video to his YouTube channel titled Creepy Neighbor Caught on Security Camera. It was the first in a long-running series, with the final video posted in 2021. At first glance, many of the clips seem fairly uneventful. Just a man walking around at night, not doing anything particularly threatening. He stays on his side of the fence, and his appearances are brief. Sometimes he appears to be looking for something, and while this typically happens between 2 and 4 a.m., it doesn't seem too alarming at first. But the more you watch, the more suspicious his behavior becomes. He frequently peers over Jeff's fence, seemingly interested in his property, though it's unclear what exactly he's looking for. In some videos, the man
Ach du Schande, der hat ein Gewehr. Das ist das Schlimme an Amerika. Da gibt es nicht nur die größten Verrückten gefühlt, sondern die können sich alle da auch noch bewaffnen. Oh, ey. abziehen ist halt auch nicht immer so einfach, ne?
Man is seen carrying a rifle, reportedly for hunting birds, but viewers understandably found this unsettling. Things take a truly disturbing turn when the neighbor begins interacting with Jeff's security camera. At first, he just stares directly at it with a creepy smile. Then, he starts shining a flashlight into the lens, almost as if to say, "I see you." Eventually, he escalates to making rude gestures at the camera. In the comments under the fourth video, Jeff revealed that this man has been acting this way for over 30 years. When Jeff's children were just 6 and 8, he caught the neighbor taking photos of them near the side of the house. Jeff says he reported.
Ey, wenn man solche Nachbarn hat, ist das echt die Hölle. Also bei der Kamera kann ich noch vielleicht denkt er irgendwie, oh, ich werde da gefilmt, wenn ich da irgendwie an meinem Haus lang gehe. Deswegen, dass sie ihn nervt so, ne? Und dass sie so reinleuchtet und so einen Quatsch macht. Aber ja, weiß ich nicht, Fotos von Kindern machen ist halt.
Reported the behavior to the police, but nothing was done. Viewers have speculated that the neighbor might be sleepwalking, intoxicated, or suffering from dementia. As a result of this ongoing situation, Jeff's family eventually installed a tall privacy fence. When asked for updates, Jeff confirmed that the strange behavior hasn't stopped. The neighbor still comes out at night, shines his flashlight around, and occasionally makes obscene gestures toward the camera, though now with longer gaps between incidents.
Was? Man at the door. Schon wieder.
On the night before Thanksgiving in 2020, Joey Archer, his wife Beth, and their young daughters were fast asleep in their home in Rainier, Washington. Around 6:30 a.m., they were suddenly jolted awake by the sound of their doorbell ringing frantically. Joey jumped out of bed and rushed to the front door, thinking a neighbor might be in trouble. While he went to check, Beth pulled up their security camera footage and was horrified to see that her car was no longer in the driveway. What she saw next was even more disturbing. A bearded man, someone she didn't recognize, was trying to break into Joey's car using a shovel. When Joey got to the front door and saw it for himself, he realized the man appeared unstable and potentially dangerous. He decided not to confront him directly and instead called the police, helplessly watching as the man continued to smash the vehicle. Meanwhile, Beth ran to their daughters' rooms to alert them. She told them someone was trying to break into the house and instructed them to climb out the window and run to the barn to hide.
Why? Das ist auch der gleiche, der das Auto geklaut hat, ne? Das sind aber nicht zwei.
Until they figured out what to do. As the girls ran for safety, Joey noticed the intruder had shifted his focus away from the car and was now approaching the house, still holding the shovel. Realizing their lives were in immediate danger, Joey waited until the man smashed the glass on the front door, then grabbed the shovel from him and struck him twice in the head. He chased the man into the yard and managed to pin him down until the police arrived.
Wow. Der ist da richtig eingebrochen und was? Oh Mann, ey.
Out of concern for their safety, the family chose not to publicly identify the intruder. However, authorities charged the man with residential burglary, trespassing, and attempted vehicle theft. Trying to piece together how the man had gotten onto their property, the Archers reviewed their security footage. What they discovered was chilling. The man had been lurking around for nearly half an hour before anyone woke up. He'd rummaged through their garage and had even managed to back one of their cars into a ditch. In a Facebook post after the incident, Joey described the ordeal as every father's worst nightmare and urged other families in the area to install home security systems for protection. Following the terrifying event, Joey purchased both a shotgun and a pistol and upgraded the barn's locks and surveillance systems to make sure nothing like this ever happened again. As for the man, it was never confirmed whether he was under the influence of drugs or alcohol. But the fact that he stood at the door ringing the bell for several minutes before trying to break in strongly suggests that he wasn't in his right mind. It's possible he was
Ist der erstmal als Vater egal, er wird seine Familie beschützen. Die Verrückten rumrennen.
suffering from a serious mental illness, but since the family decided to keep the case private, we'll probably never know for sure.
schlimm. Schlimm, was da draußen passiert.
This disturbing Ring doorbell camera clip surfaced online after a frightening
Probleme, Alter.
late-night incident in Florida.
Kamera.
The footage was posted on X by the account Clown World and quickly began circulating as viewers tried to understand what exactly the camera had captured in the early hours of the morning.
Du weißt aber, dass die Kamera dich schon längst aufgenommen hat, ne? Also, die wenigsten Kameras haben, da löscht du das Bild, wenn du die Kamera kaputt machst. Da gibt es meistens eine Cloud, wo das hingeht oder so. Es ist selten, dass man die Kamera kaputt macht und dann ist das Bild für immer weg.
Reports say that a family inside the home was asleep while all of this was happening. After the video spread online, viewers reacted with shock and outrage. Many questioned how someone could approach a family home in the middle of the night while armed. Others pointed to reports that the suspect was later taken into custody, only to become eligible for bond just a few days later.
Ja, ist komplett verrückt, ey. Was diese Kameras aufnehmen teilweise, ne? Es ist so insane, dass ich mich freue, dass ich hier im friedlichen Deutschland lebe. Friedlich. Aber, also, so abgefahren und hier hat auch nicht jeder eine Knarre, ne? Das ist auch nochmal gut. Weil die wenigsten Knarre hatten. Der eine hat ein Schwert, der eine Axt, der hat auch eine Axt. Messer. Es ist Wahnsinn.